Rubik Instant Lift is nice, but it's mostly about stealing the Sand King stun for him, because he doesn't actually offer very much protection in case this trio or even just duo of Murano Shadow Demon goes for a kill, because the Fate Bolt only reduces physical damage and they're going to kill you with a magic. A Viper then, just a nice tempo pickup and followed up by the Anti-Mage from Midas Club. I do see how this could be a decent Anti-Mage game if he comes out of the lane alright. But I gotta say that you don't have any traditional pick-off threat, but if the Shadow Demon or the Sand King gets a stun on you, then there is no helping you, and the Manta style won't get you out of dodge either. 4-second stun from an arrow is just going to kill you no matter what.
Well, they will take rid of the Ursa.
Ban.
Yeah, you can almost see that coming in a sense.
Yep, we found out earlier today that an Ursa and an Anti-Mage with the same amount of farm, the Ursa wins. And an Ursa with more farm than the Anti-Mage definitely wins.
Only 10
yep,
seconds.
but you want to win the game, you have the Anti-Mage, and that's what it ended up as. Ursa won the majority of the game, and Anti-Mage won the game in the end.
Yep, not the second one though.
Not the second one though. Minute 10 for Midas Club. BA still has a few seconds of their own. They already planned out their last pick. They have all the setups they need. Luna's in the pool. You have your Shadow Demon for the illusion push and also against the Anti-Mage. We're seeing maybe Terrorblade or maybe Luna. Luna would be much more favorable here for BA, at least meta-wise.
Yeah, for sure. It would be just a very classical, well-rounded lineup. The only thing that I guess... the Viper can frontline pretty well. What am I saying? It's just... they have a lot of damage output, they have a lot of control. Nature's Prophet last from Midas Club. So they don't have that much magical damage output. Apart from maybe the ulti, bouncing, and the Reaper Scythe, which is single target.
Yep.
But they'll get to do a lot of physical damage against this BA lineup, which I think is good. They're not that tanky, especially Sand King. Even though he's a strength offlaner, you don't necessarily want to tank on him. So Business Associates is going to dance around you a little bit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's see. I like the Luna most for them.
Would be the most favorable one. We're going to cheese it with the Brood instead. So forget about the setups. We have SK and SD to go with the Mirana. And Brood Mother for the first time. Actually quite happy to see this one, because how do you deal with this hero? Overall, like Midas Club, how do you fight against the Brood Mother? Gonna be a really hard one for them. Anti-Mage has a bit with the Battle Fury. It takes a long time for him to be able to match up with the Brood Mother. Necrophos ish, I guess, in a sense.
This is rough. The only thing I can think about, but for example, previously I've seen anti-mages with double stout shield, but you can't do that trick anymore. I'm guessing that maybe Chen will have to pay a lot of attention to the Broodmother lane and see if he can come in with some creeps to just try and nuke some spiders down, but even then they are still pretty tanky against magical damage.
Yeah.
It's rough. Nature's Prophet, I suppose. It's going to be treants versus spiders, and I think spiders win that, but I don't see either of the other heroes doing better.
Yeah, except you have so limited lockdown as well to try and affect this Broodmother's game as well. You have the lift from Hiko, so you have the telekinesis to work around with. You have the Reaper Scythe to buy a few extra seconds. The Sprout's not going to keep the Broodmother at place at all.
No.
It's going to wiggle her way out. All right. I think we're looking at our pretty much final predictions. 2 last games to go, Kips. Midas Club or BA? Are we going in the Broodmother train?
Yeah.
We are going with the Broodmother train, aren't we? I almost feel like Midas Club playing with some comfort heroes here, but BA are going to be online a lot faster, so I'm going to go with them.
Yeah, you want to be buying space for this anti-mage, but if you buy space into a broodmother, you're going to be buying it with your buildings, and that's how you lose.
Well, let's see what people in the chat are wondering about. What's gonna happen between these two teams? Gonna be Midas Club taking a victory. Is gonna be Business Associates. Because I feel like this broodmother is gonna be the key to victory, but Brood can also be somewhat. I could say that you can either go for a very aggressive start overall, like get your items what you need and start pushing towers. You can be in a split pusher role, or you can just, you know, line up with your team as in you're aggressively looking for pickoffs, trying to hunt down the supports in a sense, and force that space to be lost around the map, and just force anti-mage into a huddle so that you're not farming anywhere. If you want to farm somewhere, you have one lane. Oh, Nature's Prophet needs farm too. He's going to be there instead.
Yep. I think that you're going to be playing away from this broodmother on the side of Business Associates. I actually wonder if you don't just want to put it down a side lane even. The problem is that you won't get a 1v1 matchup that way, so Moo might as well start mid. The problem is just that if you start mid, it's hard to play away from the broodmother because you're always close to him. But you have 4 heroes that are going to fight incredibly well together already, and since you get so much space from that anti-mage just not being online yet before 20 minutes, I see no reason to 5-man. That would be an inefficient play, and as we saw before, Business Associates are very business-like about how they use their space.
Yeah.
Efficiency, efficiency, efficiency.
Money, money, money. Always on the mind and always in
yeah.
his pockets. Always got that cash in your hand. But I'm not feeling too confident for Midas Club. They do have the Chen and the Nature's Prophet to start creating space. They have a Necro that they can line up with and start making things happen around the map. Other than that, it's waiting for the AM to join in a fight that we're probably winning. And the damage dealers for that team fight before that happens is Nature's Prophet and Necrophos, and Rubik having a big role in this game. Chen as well, trying to support and help out as much. Maybe apply some lane pressure as well too, but...
The problem that you're going to have to deal with here, though, is that if you play away from the anti-mage with 4 and Business Associates play away from the broodmother with 4, you're going to have AM versus the broodmother, and AM does not win that. Not in the least. So you're going to get forced to either run after the broodmother with your very limited lockdown heroes, or your AM is just going to have to dodge this spider who is going to be in roughly the same area of the map as he is. It doesn't feel good on the map. It's hard for me to talk about this Midas Club lineup without saying they can't deal with the spider.
That's true. BA setting themselves up with 4 heroes into the bot lane, but there's nobody going to be found here. Midas Club are holding onto their side of the map in the top area. Anti-mage will be showing up alone here in the trees, but they're already moving out as they notice there's nobody coming to contest these runes, and BA will be taking 2 on the bot side, and Midas Club will take 2 from the top side. Even split with the money. And then we kick things off. We got the Broodmother going up against Necrophos. In the mid lane, Necro has an advantage at the start. But if Brood gets those levels up early, doesn't get too many ranged creeps denied by the Necrophos, then Necro can slow his advance by, we're talking seconds, maybe even minutes, depending how this lane goes for the Necro.
Yeah, but it's not fun. I've seen that Necros are generally skipping the Ghost Stride right now, and that's a good idea here as well, just because you're not going to survive the nuke coming out from the spawn spiderlings if you do that.
Yep. You sign your own death warrant. Top lane, we've got Brax on Sand King, so BA have decided to swap their lanes around to have EE's Viper here in bottom to tease this anti-mage.
Yep, and this is double ranged heroes against, well, a Chen who would rather not be in this lane, and RDO who by now also would rather not be in this lane anymore, but he's going to have to deal with it.
Gotta pull out the better out of this lane as well as you can. Not gonna be easy for the anti-mage to fight in here. Then again, if you think about the Nature's Prophet versus the Viper would have been the lane, the setup that they want to go for. I guess Midas Club are accepting the fact that even if we lane swap right now, if we do it first, BA is gonna follow suit and the situation is gonna be the same.
Yeah, with the difference that then they wouldn't even be playing anti-mage on the safe lane. So,
Yeah, exactly.
in that regard, accepting your fate is a good idea.
Level 2s now on BA's off lane. Level 2s also follow up right after on the Chen and the anti-mage looking for Eternal Envy and a kill coming in their favor. Murdoch coming to relieve the pressure of this lane. Coming in with a teleport, level 2, Blightstone, minus armor, Viper dropping fast and has a teleport scroll available, so if Murdoch wants to go, that's also welcome to go for it too. Hiko.
Yeah, he's gonna die for that.
3 stacks of poison, 4th one should seal the deal. There we have it, 160 HP, 5th one, alright, just put 1 on top of the cake, make sure that would be enough.
At least RDO does believe that they're satisfied enough with his laning situation that he can go top. And hey, the playground is back.
Yeah, the playground is back. We thought it was gone. Thought they removed it for a while, but here we have it again.
They heard you missed it, T-Panda.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm not going to say anything. No comment on that. It was fun when it came out the first time.
And when I'm playing myself, I enjoy it actually, just because, you know, there's often not so much to say when you're waiting for someone to reconnect. Might as well whack some meepos, but when I'm casting, I'm just like, hey, get that out of my face.
Well, if we could participate, it could be a whole different thing. I mean, I would
That's
probably
true.
turn most of my casts into just playing Whack-A-Meepo and spamming F9 during the game, but not sure if that's the wisest thing to go for.
Pause, dude.
Fear using AM's own illusions against him, burning his mana pool down. Really rough here with the AM, and you're getting countered by a support.
Yep.
For the majority of the game.
This is why later support picks are just so important.
Yeah.
And that said, in this case, he picked the AM into the SD. But you could force the situation if you pick your supports later.
Looking at mid, Necro's at 12. Brood is at 22. A couple of those last hits coming in from those Broodlings. So
and she's going to start supplementing now already. Because Necrophos just can't push the creep waves out fast enough that he's threatening the tower, that he's threatening to lose any of these creeps to the tower, I should say. At the very least, he gets guaranteed range creep denies now.
Yeah, definitely. Brax. Interesting lift there from Hiko there secondarily, just lifting him up in the air. There was the moment that you don't want to allow him to get that burrow strike into the disruption. So you come out of the bubble, you land the stun, and then you've got the SD illusions just burning all of your mana. But he's already drained. He's sitting at 12. Brax, however, also completely drained.
Completely drained.
Yeah.
And that's why AM deals no damage anymore.
You have to carry a backup Mango just for cases like these. Murdoch, TP out. Arrow will come from snaking. He's holding it to the last second. And look at it.
And this is the reason why I guess you have to get that anti-mage out of this lane, even if you won't like top either. Just because Duster is going to move into the jungle. He is not always going to be there. You'd rather give up your Nature's Prophet there than your anti-mage. He's going in on top lane, by the way, but it looks like it's Hiko who's going to be biting the dust.
He's gonna... No, he's actually not gonna die to the Caustic Finale. It does only 20 damage. Dropping him to 20, but here comes the Broodmother and 3 spiders. You thought you were safe for a moment. Think twice. Meanwhile, Duster goes down in bottom. Almost gets a courier kill from Murdoch. And just to get the courier back to safety. And Eternal Envy now level 5 on this Viper. Level 3 Nature's Prophet laning up against him. Enjoying the situation. However, very low in mana right now, so not capable of trading that efficiently for a bit. Brax. Eco looking for some lifting action. Yeah, it does have a
full
soul
tri-lane on
ring.
top now.
Yeah, it's he has a soul ring, so it's a guaranteed stun, even if AM would burn his mana pool. Always have an escape tool.
Yeah, he just backs off.
Fear walks into Sexy Fat and doesn't want to follow up on the Shadow Demon for too long. Not able to get that kill. 2 right clicks would be doing it, but then you're too far from cast range, so you're not going to be able to get that kill. Moo picks up his boots. 58 CS on this Broodmother right now. Very efficient farming pace right now.
And he's hitting critical mass very soon. You can see that Sexy Fat can basically not hold this mid lane anymore. He has to rely on Hiko guarding him from the side, but Hiko's not always going to be there. He's moving back to top.
Still this tri-lane in top. Brax not able to go into lane. Still waiting for that level 6. AM has just hit level 5. It's Moo once again. A lot of
Fear
death
coming
pulses in the
kill
air.
Murdoch on bot.
He could definitely go and attempt on this one. Trying to make his way out. Trees will be cut down, and Fear will locate him. Eternal Enemy right next to him. Nature's Prophet trying to teleport out. Not going to be too lucky. Those dots are too much to deal with. Viper not even needing to use his ulti there for the kill. Just right clicks, right clicks, right clicks. Max does have a sentry right next to him there, so he has the cover if they would pop a lane sentry. If it was in the trees, he might get an idea that he might go on a setup for a kill on him. They don't have the detection. Here comes Murdoch. He comes in with the dust. This should be a kill.
Now?
The soul ring into the burrow strike. He gets it out, but he won't be able to run out from this 4-hero gank train.
And I do want to stress that that's 4 heroes. I was going to say before, oh man, he's just keeping 3 heroes busy on top here, but the 4th comes in as well. That said, they might be able to put pressure on the tower. Never mind, he's here.
Yep. Those illusions will always get a guaranteed 1 hit. Pull off some of the mana pool from Anti-Mage, but he's also sitting on 12 1 charges, has a mango as well, so AM's not in harm's way. Should be able to disappear every single time. Murdoch, however, and snaking. A little bit of a right-click battle here. The Treants blocking Mirana for a bit, but pops the invis. And back into action. Brax comes in with a stun. NP's dead. Arrow in the face, and there we go.
Well, at the very least, Sexy Fat is still holding the mid tower for now. He might have to give it up at this point, though. Was not in place for this spider push. And let's face it,
Oh, gets the deny, though. Moo was a bit too eager to move out the spiders. He thought that because the attack animation comes in with a bit of a delay. Well, Hiko finds Fierce Courier. He was already moving them out like mid-animation, and the tower was at like 12 HP, so we just got the free deny out of there. But Eternal Envy being the focus of Duster, and Hiko, the NP ulti connects as well, and Anti-Mage coming into the battle as well. Doesn't want to use his ultimate just quite yet because he's still sitting on full mana. Hiko will die to the dots. Now Snaking gets the arrow onto the Nature's Prophet, and trying to look for the kill. Meanwhile, Fear will go down to Duster. And Snaking is forced to go out. This tower is in trouble. They open up this lane.
They catapult here as well. Nicely played. That last bounce from Murdoch coming in did so much damage to Eternal Envy. He was on half HP as soon as he came in. And that means that at the very least they get to trade these safe lane towers now, and that is the Anti-Mage is going to love having just that little bit of space to play with now that the laning stage is over. It's very important to get this tower up, or I should say, down.
Yeah. 10-minute runes are spawning as well. Outposts looking to go for Midas Club. Both of them, actually. If they can't intercept this in time, Hiko will get it. No XP for BA. And Snaking also going down. A bit of pressure
Playing it
for
out
them.
cleverly so far, but
yeah,
that's without, paying any attention to the spider problem. You're just pretending they don't have a spider problem right now, and at some point the spider problem is going to make itself known. Only 1,000 gold off the Aghanim's removed. He's going to be so fast once that's up.
That also the funny thing, that NP ult is just going to be bouncing on top of most of those spiralings if they get the vision, so that is really messing with that NP ultimate. The Wrath of Nature just bouncing back and forth there. Hiko stealing Sandstorm has a saving ability, but there's a sentry on the SK. Too far for comfort, maybe. Eternal Envy. There's a Mirana ulti used up. They get the info on that, so Rubik is definitely hiding under the tower. Looking towards top. Murdoch TP's home. Yep, they're dodging this completely. They got the info on it. Don't want to stay for too long. On the other hand, Sexy Fat holding up really well to the farming pace of the Broodmother.
Yep, he's doing way better than I expected he would. Maybe that's also because moved back a bit more than I thought he would. He was very focused on farming as opposed to contesting this Necropost. I definitely think he could have pressured a bit harder.
Yeah, there's a lot of pinging going on right now, and they feel like this is a time to go in. Brood has Ags coming right now, so this is an opening. Rax and Snaking trying to take out the front. Eternal Envy also tempted to walk into the high ground. Now they're facing towards top. Murdoch's like, I'm out of here. He's not staying. RDO's also got his blink, so he's gonna go away. So they're just dodging BA's movements here. And that's your Ags on Brood. 608 movement speed. 17 webs to cast as well. So let's see if they want to go here. Trying to get some information.
Or Duster.
Duster 300 movement speed, and then there's 65. And then there's this race car just moving around like...
Look at how fast he is. That is ridiculous.
Now comes Fear. Now the rest of them are coming too. Sexy Fat. Overstay is welcome. Has a Blade Mail. But that Blade Mail's not really going to do much here, is it? He's going to fall. Duster being chased up by the hasted Eternal Envy. And here's the damage. And Duster, no chance of survival. He's going to lose his Chen army as well. Oh, only the Web Shark Troll makes it out.
That's the most important one, though. They really want some disables out of this Chen, so... I was already feeling very sad for him that he hadn't actually found any centaurs, only wild wings. And,
Stun to arrow. We're gonna get a connection. Yes, we will. Burrow strike into Murata's arrow, and the rest is history. Murdoch's dead too.
Fast play. They're gonna use another glyph for this mid tower, but that's the last time you can do that, basically. After that, Brood's gonna have all of your towers.
Yeah. RDO is focusing on this top lane, so you're not going to get that tier 1 focused anytime soon. They know that they have 5 minutes of effective time to take down that tier 2. Another Mirana ulti coming in as well from BA. Midas Club just waiting on the high ground, looking to hold their ground. There's a sentry down too. They see Brax coming in. Sexy Fat gets the info. Duster's right next to him. The web will connect, and a lot of damage coming onto the SK. The arrow will connect onto Sexy Fat though. The Necrophos is in big trouble. He gets blown up almost. Gets the heal out though before the spawn Spiderling's damage is going to come out from Moo. And now he pops his ultimate. The Reaper's Scythe only does... what? Very minimal damage onto the Mirana. You think you're going to kill me? We're going to kill all of you. Double kill for Moo.
Yep. And RDO waiting on that final piece of his Battle Fury. At the very least, he's going to start farming at a reasonable time. But he's going to start farming. Moo's already been doing that. And he's going to have a Diffusal Blade very, very soon. I don't see any hero on Midas Club that can survive that.
RDO is 150 gold away from Battle Fury. Still on par with Antimate's timing. Second in net worth. Really good timing for him. Viper's fallen off a little bit. It's also because he's been participating in hunting a lot. Moo is still roaming around just freely. Enjoying his time right now. Diffusal Blade is going to be up fairly soon. Another 1,000 gold and we'll have it. That's when you really start fearing. And a 3-man smoke with a Blink Sand King looking for the Anti-Mage. Gonna start probably with the bubble, but that smoke's run out. They're too late. RDO in the trees. Brax misses the stun. Good guess though, but just a tiny bit too late. Still get a free tower.
Sexy Fat found Eternal Envy, or did Eternal Envy find Sexy Fat?
Alright, well. Suddenly there's a lot of backup. Free Viper kill.
Nicely done. The Broodmother has now started chomping on their top lane towers, though. And this is where the anti-mage gets really confined into a small part of the map. There's no towers down on this bottom side, so very easy for the side of Midas Club to back each other up if they get in trouble on this bottom side. And meantime, Broodmother has taken over your triangle.
Yes. The area is slowly coming to a close, and what they're gonna need from his anti-mage with the Battle Fury, it's not exactly enough to go man fight against the Broodmother. Try and kill off the Broodlings and make Brood a bit weaker. Rax, Blink stun onto Murdoch. Nature's Prophet gonna get ulted by Eternal Envy, and the damage is gonna be there. So they will kill him once again. 5 deaths for Murdoch on the NP. But he is forcing a lot of rotations at least. Then again, these are valuable kills going for BA.
They are, and it also means that any momentum on that tower is stopped. There's still no way for this anti-mage to be out on the map unless he plays completely behind the enemy creep waves.
Moo wants to try out his Diffusal Blade. Finds a Courier, finds another Courier, finds a Chen. Duster has very... I mean, you don't even need the hero for this kill. Chen ulti will be used as well, okay. I don't know. 160-second cooldown for a hopeless situation. Maybe a panic heal. I don't know. Nobody's there to help him out, though.
Maybe he was hoping that someone was there, you know?
Uh-oh. This is the classic. This is so classic. I've seen this a million times, and it always hurts. You're like, arrow into... Oh, I mean, it doesn't even need to be an arrow. You're... just about to like, oh, let's kill a creep because, you know, efficiency. Obviously, you can get away. Neutral item dropped. Oh, and then you go for it, and at the same time, you're being chased up, and you die because of the neutral item.
You gotta pick it up, man.
Yeah, you can't leave it to the enemy, definitely. If we think about Plasma yesterday, they stole the Paladin sword right in front of the entire team when they were dropping it on the floor and swapping it with players, but... Here gets killed off by Duster, so that's a little bit of a revenge kill there. Meanwhile, Broodmother keeping up the push. Glyph is on cooldown once again. So Moo with this creep wave wants to go onto this tower. Chen is around, but can Chen do much about it? There's a DD rune as well in the river, and Brax pings it out. Moo wants that.
Maybe no one attacked Dire's towers for a few seconds here.
He is halfway towards an AC right now. Whew. I gotta say though, this anti-mage is getting more space than I ever thought he was going to get in a million years. There's still no tier 2s down. He really wants to change that, but he's also been playing very careful with all of his spiderlings.
Yep. Murdoch finds a tower in the bot lane though. And the Eternal Fate Bolt keeps on rolling between the spiderlings, so that's gonna nerf their damage quite a bit. The debuff doesn't last forever though. But it definitely slows down the Broodmother push. So in this case, the Rubik is a really smart pickup in here. But it only lasts for so long. Level 17 Broodmother getting lifted up in the air. Pops his ultimate. So that's going to go down. He wants to commit fully to this tower. He does have backup, but there's also Sexy Fat right behind him. The banishment comes out. The disruption is there. Sexy Fat going to get focused on. Blade Melt popped up once again. Really beautiful. Stun and a connection with the arrow. It will take down Hiko. Get Sexy Fat in the process. And the tier 2 tower is now readied up to be broken down by BA.
Yep. And I think a lot of that drop in tempo there was just them waiting for Eternal Envy to catch back up a little bit. He'd gotten a bit behind, but now with the Guardian Greaves up, as well as some good progress made towards the Crimson Guard, he is feeling just fine. He can tank again.
Still over 1,000 gold away from finishing the Battle Fury on this anti-mage. He's been farming, been trying his best. Up, Murdoch.
Oh, you mean the Manta style?
Oh, yeah, sorry, the Manta style, obviously, yeah. What did I say the Battle Fury? No, that's not what he's already had that for like 5 minutes
I won't tell
already.
anyone if you don't.
It's alright, it's okay. So yeah, the Manta, and until he has that, you know, the important stats kicking in from that ultimate orb. Still not ready to face the Broodmother. Rax on the low ground.
He's going to have to fight straight up.
At least they have a Force Staff on the Rubik to have a save.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for Brax. There's the lift with the 4-step going in. Snake King waiting at the river. When do I go in? Where do I throw the arrow? Mirana is just waving his hand like, hey, there we go. Rubik gonna get connected. Chen ulti at the same time, so soaks the damage from the Starstorm. Fear throws his ultimate, and here comes Moo. And with that sacrificial play, Hiko will go down. Duster is the second one to follow up. Midas Club losing 2 heroes. And yet again, an easy victory. It is just the supports.
Already on the other side.
But right now it's looking like also a core might go down. Moo pops his ultimate here. TP from Necrophos, no cancels. Moo shifts his face to... That was actually a very long teleport. TP'd behind the tier 2, and somebody else was TP'd there before. I think that was the anti-mage.
Yeah, RDO was there before. Well, no Rubik means that at least you get to hit some towers on the Broodmother, unless, you know, you are still interested in Sexy Fat. No?
He wants
yes,
the courier.
no, yes.
Does he want the courier? Yeah, no. It's just the...
I love how you can see indecision manifest much more clearly when a hero is going so fast.
And they're throwing the arrow elsewhere. The Burrow Strike is there available. Waiting for the Ghost Shroud, but they don't need to wait for it. Will be killed nevertheless. Meanwhile, RDO 300, 400 gold away from that ultimate orb.
Meanwhile, Moo flying in an assault cuirass. This is go time.
Yeah, let's go Roshan. BA are just taking objective by objective, and we are still waiting for the anti-mage. So once he shows up, that is the fight to win. That is the battle to take.
And I think you're only going to get one chance.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
distance
definitely.
is not too much to bridge. One of the biggest problems that the anti-mage has in this game is that there is not a great big dunk target for the mana void. Just take down something like, well, the Storm Spirit in the previous anti-mage game that we casted.
Smoke up in the cover of darkness, and there's a gem also picked up on the Mirana. Now going straight towards Midas Club's side of the map, and they are very spread at the moment. Sexy Fat's coming from the left. Duster will be the one spotted first. Brax will find him. That Alpha Wolf will give them some damage. If it stays alive, that is. Eco
gets to live.
Gets out. RDO, however. Okay.
Slowed up himself.
Yeah, counter spell and a good time for RDO, so he bounces back the SD ultimate.
Snake's still hunting.
He's also still holding good toe. There we go. He finds him. Invis rune. RDO still being chased up. He could land an arrow, but does he have any teammates to follow up? All TPs are up,
Brax
though.
is coming.
Is it enough?
Farming on the way.
Is it enough with these two? They lose track of him at this point. There's that tier 2 tower in mid that's waiting to be taken. Moo's happy to return the favor. There we go.
Buildings just crumble now that this AC is up. Moo deals so much damage with all of those spiderlings.
Yep.
Some mangoes up. Vision established.
RDO
They're
takes
really
the tower.
just waiting for Brax and Snake to push in this bot lane a little bit more, and then they'll go for the full 5-man push for the high ground. So, Anti-Mage, what you got? Ah, a Manta Style. He is fight ready, technically.
Yeah. They could force some movements. They're going to go high ground and hit the tier 3 tower. Meanwhile, you can see BA. They're moving around this area. They're going to go high ground as well. So they're gonna go for the base race. In a sense, they're forcing back the top rotation and going straight up. They have a lot of damage on this Broodmother. Murdoch, gotta be careful. Blade Mail will be popped. Sprout will keep him safe for now. But that tier 3 tower slowly falling, almost down. Arrow will be soaked up by the Treants. But the tier 3 tower is falling now. Sexy Fat is here into the action as well. Pops his Ghost Shroud right away. Has the pipe. Has a Blade Mail. Ranger Axe still being hit down. When are we going to see some action? Anti-Mage is still farming through the jungle. They're like, well, we're going to sack this lane. I'm not ready, boys. I don't want to participate in this game yet. Still a bit of trouble trying to take this down. 600 HP. slowly making their way through it. They have the Aegis on the Broodmother as well, but Moo wants to play this very cautiously. He wants to finish it up with the spiders. They find themselves Sexy Fan in the front line with the stuns. It'll take him down, and the melee racks fall as well, and they're going for another set. Now it's 50 seconds without the Necrophos. Now Anti-Mage has to do something. He's got so many items lined up, but he's not... They're running out of time here. They're gonna... I mean, by the time... Yeah, now he comes, because by the time he gets back, there might not even be a base to defend anymore, and they find the Anti-Mage as well. Brax goes with the stun. Anti-Mage counter spell into the jungle. Fear. No ulti for 30 seconds.
They don't have to chase
and they're going on Duster. They will take down the Chen. Moo continues going on. His ulti's going to be up in 6 seconds once again, so at that point, that damage amplifying. That damage doesn't even worry about the Fate Bolt at that point, because he is hitting hard. Second lane of Rax gone. Necro is up in 7 seconds. That one Necro kill, and you lost 2 lanes.
There is absolutely no stopping this spider. RDO is going to have to get the fight of a lifetime, and it's going to be with just a Basher and a buyback, I believe. That's the most that he can get out of this right now. You can see the landed Eternal, and he was wrong. They're just going to go right like this to catch RDO on the way. More better, but otherwise it's just about getting this last outer tower, getting the megas.
Indeed. What do you do? It's all down to that one lane of Rax, and AM needs to get...
Or more.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess you could go up against Megas with Necro, NP, and Anti-Mage, but it's not really the ideal situation to be in.
It feels so bad. This AM is saving up for an Abyssal, but he only gets to buy the Basher for now, and in the meantime, he just flew in an entire Abyssal Blade.
It's something. It's better than nothing right now, and that is something that they need. A bit of lagging here in the game. At the same time, Brood going to be thrown up into the air. The melee racks are now in trouble. This is the last lane, and they find RDO. They force him back. The Anti-Mage, the bottom ulti will kick in as well. That Fate Bolt is bouncing for an eternity, but it finally wears off. And now, here we go. Abyssal Blade onto Hiko. Rubik gonna be focused down. He's gone for 50 seconds. Zerker at the front line. RDO finally gets his opportunity. First hit, bashes wall, the Reaper side, but the save from Fear. The disruption is there. Anti-Mage has done what he can. He's done the damage, but he's also taken some himself, so he's gonna go back to the fountain. Murdoch trying to trade some hits with the Viper, but it's not gonna work out. Moo with 2700 HP. Melee racks gone. Range racks gone. Mega creeps. BA. And the stun onto RDO, and what avail? The AM's gone for 70 seconds. GG is called. They couldn't do anything this game. BA had it all.
Very neatly played out from them. This Anti-Mage had like a decent time, but even a decent time for an Anti-Mage is not enough if there's just, you know, a Broodmother or 3s. That pick, sometimes you get the Brood people and it just straight up wins you the game. You only have to execute it. And business associates have shown several games in a row now that they're just really very good at executing. So no surprise to me here. Nice try from Midas Club. I liked the fact that Sexy Fat got to slow down the Brood quite a bit. But in the end, you don't have the tempo to go into that.
Brood dealing almost 22,000 building damage in this game, and AM can't quite live up to par in the same amount. The AM only got to do 800, Murdoch 3.7k. So that's your Anti-Mage versus Broodmother contest. Last pick Broodmother, the perfect cheese.
Yeah, I'd say so.
But that also closes up game 1. Business Associates take the first one against Midas Club. I think it's somewhat of a familiar pattern that's going to be repeating. Maybe changes in the draft. Maybe not let these cheese picks get through. It happens every now and then, but we're definitely not going to be seeing Broodmother for a second time. Let's see what happens in game 2 after the break.